Hi friends, I am Sonali Mahajan and today we are going to discuss about units and dimensions. Under this session we are going to discuss about need of units, types of unit, the, uh, the SI units as well as characteristics of SI units as well as the introduction to dimensions. Let us check the PPT. So what is mean by units? Before that, we are going to discuss about what is quantity. The quantity is nothing but an amount that you can measure or count. There are two kinds of quantities. First one is physical quantity and another one is non-physical quantity. Physical quantity क्या रहती है? The quantity that can you measure in a numeric value. For example, weight, length and time. All these are quantities that we can measure. These are called as a physical quantities. Whereas non-physical quantities में क्या रहता है? The aesthetic qualities. Aesthetic qualities of human being or any item or any object. Okay? Aesthetic characteristics में होता है cuteness. Can you measure the cuteness of the baby? No, you cannot measure. You can measure beautifulness of any lady? No, you cannot measure. So all these characteristics are called as a non-physical quantities. Okay. Next comes unit. Before going to see about details about the unit, can you see these two person? Yes. One man is fat and another man is thin. Can you measure the fatness of this fat man? Yes. How we can measure the fatness of this man? By taking the weight of this fat man. So in measuring, we have to assign some numeric value and the unit. If I say the fat man is 2 times fatter than the thin man, you didn't get any idea about the weight of the person. If I say the weight of the fat man is 2 times larger than thin man, still you didn't get any idea. If I say the fat man is 100, then it's also not give any idea. So to make it specific, to make the weight, to define the weight, if I say weight of the fat man is 100 kg, means you have to assign some numeric value along with the standard. Standard is called as a unit for measuring the weight of the person. If the weight of the fat man is 100, you can easily find out the weight of the thin man. Yes, it is 50 kg because fat man weight is 2 times larger than thin man. So how the unit is useful here? It is useful for comparing the weight of the two person. Unless you define the weight, unless you define the unit for the weight, you cannot compare the two quantities. You cannot compare the two objects. Yes. Next come trading. ट्रेडिंग में हम क्या करते हैं? वी आर सेल एंड बाय सम गुड विथ एक्सचेंज ऑफ मनी. अगर आप शॉपकीपर के पास जाते हो, आपको शुगर चाहिए, तो हाउ द शॉपकीपर गिव यू? ही शुड मेजर इट with some weighing machine and then he give us. So he has various packets, 500 gram, 250 grams, 1 kg, 2 kg. All these are the goods item which are weight. Okay. In this way, you assign the numeric value as well as some unit. So unit are the standards which are internationally or worldwide accepted. If I choose different unit for the weight, different unit for the length of any object, then it may create any confusion. It may create complexity in trading. It may create a complexity in comparison. It's difficult to convert one unit to another. That's why there is a need of a single unit, single absolute unique unit across the world wide world. Okay, that's why the units are important. That's why we need a unit. There are actually various kinds of unit used before. Okay, how they are? They are CGS system. First one is CGS system. Next come MKS system. CGS system stand for centimeter, gram and second system. This system is very good for the measurement of small items which are small length. Any microscopic item also can be used using CGS system. But in case of MKS system, you can measure a heavyweight item. You can measure the length of the road also. It is called as a kilogram, meter, kilogram, second unit, second system of unit. And it is best suitable for civil engineering as well as mechanical engineering. Okay. Next comes SI units. There are some inconsistencies in the MKS and CGS system. That's why the improved version of MKS system started, and it is known as a SI system of units. This system of units is very unique, it is user friendly, and it is very easy to correlate with the CGS as well as MKS system of unit, and it has a worldwide acceptance. That's why this makes it very, very popular. Nowadays we are using SI system of units. Okay. There are two kinds of SI system of units. First one is called as fundamental units, and next comes called derived units. Fundamental units are 7 kinds. Okay, meter, kilogram, second, etc. We are going to discuss further. And the derived units are those units which can be formed by combination of various fundamental units. We are also going to be discuss in next session also. Okay. Next, SI unit uses 7 basic units. Mass or the weight of the object is measured in terms of kilogram. The time is measured in terms of second. Length of object is measured in meter. And current is measured in terms of ampere. The thermodynamic temperature is measured in Kelvin. The amount of substance is measured in mole. There are 2 supplementary units also are used, which are called as a radian and another called as a steradian, which is used for the solid angle. Okay. These are some characteristics regarding to SI system. There are various kinds of characteristics we are going to discuss here. First one is coherent system. Why it is called as a coherent system? Because it is possible to make a derived unit from the base units. We have to combine various base units or the fundamental units so as to produce the derived unit. For example, if I say velocity, velocity is nothing but the displacement of an object with considered time. Okay, it is referred as a meter per second. Okay, it is measured in terms of meter per second, because what, displacement corresponds to length of an object, and time is second, measured in unit second. That's why the unit for the velocity, and velocity is the derived unit, derived quantity, and the unit for the derived quantity is called as a derived unit, and the derived unit is meter per seconds. Okay, understand? Next come rational system. Rational system means you have to assign only one unit for the one quantity. In case of MKS system, what happened? The mechanical energy is measured in joules, electric energy in watt hours, CGS system uses energy unit as a erg. So there are three different units for the same physical unit. For measuring only unit, there are three different units. It makes create complexity. But in case of SI unit, you are going to use only one unit. It is called as a joule. It make it more consistent, more rational, more unique. That's why SI system is called as a rational system. Next come absolute system. Absolute system में क्या रहता है? We are not going to consider G. G means acceleration due to gravity. In case of SI unit, we are not considering the force value as a part of acceleration due to gravity. Means the unit for the force is independent of acceleration due to gravity. So the formula of force is different. There is no consideration of gravity. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. Mass corresponds, m corresponds to mass, a corresponds to acceleration. Okay, it is not considered here a gravitation. It is not considered the acceleration due to gravity. The mass is measured in terms of kg. Acceleration is measured in terms of meter per second square. So SI unit is of the force, which is the derived one, the quantity, and the force is equal to the Newton. 1 Newton is the unit for the force, or it is its next unit can be kg meter per second square. Okay. So next come absolute unit. Sorry. Next come metric unit. Metric system, sorry. Metric system is nothing but the system which is uses only 3 units. Basically uses the 3 unit, basic unit 3 units, which are those meter, kilogram and second. All these 3 units are called as a basic unit, which are used in the metric system. And other units can be derived from using this and measured in terms of power of 10. For example, in SI unit, 1 kilogram is equal to the 1000 gram. 1 meter is equal to 1000 centimeter. In this way, we can obtain the unit of other form. Okay, SI system can be equivalent to CGS system by expressing it in a power of 10. Here, 1 meter is equal to 1000 centimeter, means 10 raised to 3 centimeter. Okay, or in gram, 10 raised to 3 grams. Okay. Derived unit. Derived units are those which can be obtained by combining various fundamental units. Okay. So we have to define speed. Speed is nothing but what? The distance covered by an object in time t. You have to measure the distance in meters and time in second in SI unit. So what is the unit for the speed? It is meter per second. And what is the derived quantity? Speed. Okay. For velocity also, it is displacement divided by time. It is also meter per second. In this way, we can obtain the derived unit by combining various kinds of basic or fundamental units. So next last part is introduction to dimensions. So what are the dimensions? The dimensions are those which are used to define various physical quantities. we are going to discuss in next session. First, it is just remember that the dimension of an object is a just a minimum number of coordinate that is needed to define it. Okay, we are going to discuss details about dimensional analysis in my next session. So keep watching my session, keep giving me response. Thanks for your response. Thanks for your love. Thank you so much.